As a monster kid, I watch a ton of classic monster movies, black and white gems from the 30s, 40s, 50s, and then I started dipping into the color films of the 50s and the 60s, and I love all things classic horror, and I love Euro horror. But there is a big hole in my monster movie loving heart, and that is a hole the size of Paul Naschy. Now, I've seen a literal handful of Paul Naschy films. I can count them on one hand. Horror Rises from the Tomb. I think I've seen Hanged Woman, and I have seen Paul Naschy's Mummy film. Is that Revenge of the Mummy? But other than that, my Paul Naschy viewing is very limited. I've not seen any of his werewolf films. I've not seen anything else that he's done. Well, it's time to change that. My name is Derek M. Koch, and I'm the writer, host, and producer of the Monster Kid Radio podcast, where we talk about classic and sometimes not so classic genre cinema of yesteryear. And this YouTube series will be a spin-off of that podcast, catching up with Paul Naschy. I am excited to dive into his genre work, and I can't wait to share with you, through this YouTube series, my thoughts along the journey. And whether they realize it or not, I owe a huge thanks to Rod Barnett and Jeff Pullier for encouraging me to finally explore the work of this Spanish horror icon.